Are you like me and stuck with a grey sofa that you don't love anymore? If you are, you need to listen to this. A cohesive colour palette isn't just one colour repeated in different shades all around a room. It's a group of colours repeated around a room. So it's no surprise your grey sofa hasn't fit into any of the colour schemes you've tried so far. Instead of fighting the grey, you're going to have to make it part of your colour palette. And if you don't like grey, I might have just scared you off a little bit, but hear me out. Once grey appears in more than one place in the room, the sofa will start to blend in and not stand out so much. Let me show you how to do it. Start with the grey sofa. This colour needs to be in your palette somewhere to stop the sofa from standing out so much. But we're going to want to move it from the dominant area to the complementary area. Next, you need to consider other elements of the room that might dictate the colours in your colour palette. So for example, if you aren't changing your wooden floors, you might want to consider these within the overall scheme. Or if you prefer to have your doors and trim and ceilings lighter than the wall colour, you'll need to consider this too. Now it's time to think about the dominant colour. For this example, I've used this green. Typically, your walls will be covered in a shade of this dominant colour, but it also needs to be dispersed throughout the space too. Here I've added it through various heights and in various textures. Not only is it the backdrop, it's low down in this woven rug, it's at seat level in the more structured fabric cushions, and then it's a good idea to add it into smaller pieces around the place too, like in this ceramic and glass candle, which can be placed at any level where it might be needed visually. So it could be dining tables, coffee tables, side tables, windowsills, fireplaces, wherever it needs to be. Now for my complementary colour, I might choose something like this rust. You're also going to need to add grey in here too. Now the reason it needs to be in here is because you can't just demote it to accent colour, because it covers an entire sofa, which is quite a large surface area. And even though I use this grey in various textures, I've also used it as infrequently as possible because I don't want it to be the dominant of my two complementary colours. Ideally, I'd want them to be equal, and with the grey covering the whole sofa, it doesn't need to appear as frequently around the room as the rust would need to. Use a rusty shade as well to add more natural textures. I've found furniture which lives within the same colour family as the complementary rust colour and the existing floor colours, and layered these throughout the space. And then finally, for an accent colour, I've chosen this very dark inky black shade, and there's two reasons I've used this almost black colour. First reason is because it complements the grey, making that sofa feel more appropriate and embedded within the space. And the second reason is because of the two shades, grey and the black, it's a lot heavier, so it's going to draw your eye towards it and make the grey sofa less obvious. So here are some more examples of how easily incorporated your grey sofa can be into any scheme or colour or space using this same method. And this one isn't exactly my vibe, but it serves its purpose in demonstrating my point. So if you're haunted past decisions of buying a grey sofa without the budget to replace it, think about a colour scheme you do want, build a colour palette around it, and find ways to work grey into it, and you will find a way to incorporate your sofa into your room without compromising your style.